Fiorenzo and Aurora had known each other since they were teenagers. They grew up in the same small town, attending the same school and cultivating common dreams and aspirations. Their love, like a seed planted at a young age, slowly grew, strengthening as the years passed. At just 20 years old, they decided to take the big step and got married, ready to start a new life together. Welcome everyone! If you haven't already, remember to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any of our incredible true life stories. Today's story will keep you in suspense until the end, so get ready for a journey full of emotions and surprises. Before her marriage, Aurora lived with her mother Beatrice and her younger sister, Elena. The premature loss of her father had created a void in their lives, but the three women had found strength and comfort in each other. From their first meeting, Fiorenzo became a constant and reassuring presence in Aurora's family, often taking on the role of male figure in the house when necessary. Their bond was not only between husband and wife, but also between Fiorenzo and the important people in Aurora's life. Despite the love that united them, the young couple's economic conditions did not allow for great luxuries. They therefore opted for a simple civil ceremony, followed by a modest family lunch. 10 years had passed since that day, and the initial difficulties had now been overcome. Their life was stable and serene, but Aurora felt the growing desire to celebrate the 10th anniversary in a special way. In the midst of her daily routine, Aurora was looking for an idea to celebrate in an unforgettable way. One evening, as Fiorenzo was returning home after a long day at work, the smell of homemade food filled the air. Between bites, Fiorenzo shared some exciting news. "They invited me to a company conference," he said enthusiastically. "I'll have to be out of town next week." Aurora was taken aback, trying to hide her disappointment. "Oh, great! This is a great opportunity for you, dear." But the thought of spending their anniversary apart didn't thrill her at all. However, determined not to let such an important date go unnoticed, Aurora decided to plan a surprise. She asked her mother and sister for advice, but to her disappointment, neither of them were available. "I'd love to help you, but I have a huge workload this week," Elena said. "And I," Beatrice added, "have a friend I haven't seen in a while and I'm going to visit her in the next town. It'll be a good opportunity to catch up." Aurora understood her beloved's reasons, but she could not avoid a certain disappointment. She decided to do everything by herself. Before leaving, Fiorenzo promised her that they would celebrate when he returned, mentioning their anniversary with a smile. "Let's have dinner in the restaurant you like so much when I get back," he said. Aurora reassured herself, thinking that maybe they could still celebrate their anniversary in a special way. But then she had a brilliant idea: why not surprise him during the business trip? That way they could celebrate without wasting time. Aurora bought a ticket without anyone knowing and went to the hotel where Fiorenzo was staying. Once there, she began to look around the hall, waiting to surprise her husband. But she was the one who was surprised. She saw Fiorenzo coming out of the elevator, accompanied by his mother. The two were chatting animatedly. At first, Aurora thought it was a coincidence, since she knew Beatrice was traveling to meet a friend. However, she decided to call her mother to clarify the situation. "Hi Mom, are you okay? Are you busy? Where are you? I'm having breakfast with my friend, Beatrice replied calmly. You know, I stayed at her house to help her out. Aurora ended the call, stunned, realizing that her surprise for Fiorenzo was taking an unexpected turn. Feeling the need for comfort, she called her sister Elena, telling her everything she had just discovered. What are you going to do? Elena asked, visibly worried. Don't make any impulsive decisions, wait until he gets there. Aurora took her sister's advice and waited for her arrival. When Elena finally arrived, the two decided to go out to talk and try to understand the situation. Aurora had no appetite, but Elena tried to distract her, suggesting they wait until the next day to address the issue. So, the next morning, they headed back to the hotel with a plan in mind. I'll talk to Mom, and you'll talk to Fiorenzo, Elena suggested. Aurora entered the hall with her heart in her throat. When she saw Fiorenzo near the reception, her determination wavered. But he, instead of appearing surprised, seemed to be waiting for her. Then, in an unexpected gesture, he knelt down and took out a small box. Aurora, he said with emotion, it's been 10 years since our wedding and I would like to renew our vows. Aurora was speechless, unable to believe what was happening. With tears in her eyes, she replied, Yes, Fiorenzo, I accept. At that moment, Beatrice and Elena appeared from around the corner, beaming with joy. It's all a conspiracy, Aurora exclaimed between tears and a smile. You couldn't see the groom before the ceremony. Elena joked, taking her sister away to get ready. The next day, under a blue sky, Aurora and Fiorenzo renewed their vows in a beautiful garden, surrounded by friends and relatives. Their love was stronger than ever. And you? Have you ever experienced a surprise as exciting as Aurora's? Leave a comment below, we're curious to know. If you liked the story, don't forget to leave a like and continue following us for other exciting stories.